Hey guys, how you doing? Happy New Year. Happy 2021. Hope all goes well for you in the new year. Just wanted to introduce you, or I should say reintroduce you, to Ryan Pagnacco. He is the first guest we've done with a Facebook Live. So we were live on January 1st, and Ryan shares a little bit more of what's been going on with his company, and he'll give you some insight on that into this episode. And he also has a very special musical talent that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you enjoy the show. Hi, my name's Walter Montero. I'm a real estate and mortgage agent here in Cambridge, Ontario, and I've had the privilege of serving our community since 1987. Over the years, I've met some great people here in our community in many different businesses and walks of life. Some, of course, are well known, and others are some of the best kept secrets in town. So the purpose of this podcast is to share and introduce them to you. Welcome to the I Love Cambridge podcast.
Awesome.
Well, welcome. You're my first repeat guest. Actually, my second repeat guest. I had one yesterday, and he actually hasn't gone live yet. But you're the first live repeat guest. Ryan Pagnacco, Enable Innovation Product Development.
Well, Happy New Year. I'm happy to be your first of 2021.
Yeah, for sure. This is a great way to start the year. So what's happening at Enable Innovation these days?
Well, it's been a year, like everyone else. It's been extremely challenging. But we've seen some really interesting shifts in dynamics for the kind of clientele we're getting. Last year, the first few years that I started this, we were seeing a lot of the inventors, a lot of the people who have great ideas and want to get them moving forward. And unfortunately, a lot of those people are now suffering, and thanks to COVID and the financial crisis and everything. So, and the funding isn't really focused on a lot of the technology that we generally develop. So we had to switch gears a little bit, and we started focusing on our vendors and our local manufacturers. And there's a lot of them that are pivoting to solve some of the great problems that are coming with this pandemic. So we've put ourselves out there as the extension to their engineering division or their engineering department. And sometimes all they need is just a little bit of extra horsepower, a little bit of extra engineering and technologists, behind the wheel to give them a little bit of push forward to pivot into something new. And instead of hiring a whole team of new engineers, they've come to us and they hire us temporary. And then when their project's done, they're off and running. So we shifted gears. We didn't see a lot of uptake at the beginning because everyone seemed to be very, afraid of what was coming next. And in the last couple months, my faith has been restored in local manufacturing again and local projects. So we're seeing more and more coming in the door. We have some exciting projects for the new year lined up. We've partnered with some great local manufacturers. We partnered with a company in Guelph called Otterstone to help us with manufacturing. So now we can offer direct manufacturing through them. And a company here in Waterloo called Hurley Plastics and Hurley Retail. So we can offer manufacturing resources for everything from wood to metal to plastic, injection molding, laser cutting, everything. So as much as it's been a very extremely challenging year financially, we've made some really strong allegiances and collaborations with the local manufacturers. So here's hoping 2021 sees those pay off and sees us all grow, and we can all get back to work and be healthy and safe, and we'll just see what happens next.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been an interesting year.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you what's going on in the real estate world. This is something we always speculate on.
Yeah, it's been very interesting. Basically, when this whole thing sort of started, we had no idea how it was going to affect the real estate market because, obviously this was uncharted waters. Yeah. And it was, quite honestly, it was a light switch almost at the beginning in terms of, the volume drying up, but that only lasted maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, if that. Yeah. And then the market just went, people just sort of got tired of not accepting that they couldn't see a property because of the pandemic. And, we masked up, we gloved up, and we started selling properties again, and it's been crazy. Like the lift in the marketplace in Kitchener-Waterloo, Cambridge has been nuts. Everything's multiple offers, everything, and it doesn't matter the price range. It's just crazy.
I mean, it would be great if housing prices came down a bit, but at least it's not. At least you're not suffering like the other, like other businesses are. So that's
yeah,
awesome.
and quite honestly, I mean, there have been people in our industry that have certainly taken a hit for sure. Because, I mean, let's face it, the biggest problem that we have is inventory.
Yeah.
So there's just not enough homes to satisfy the demand, right?
Oh, for
So
sure.
there's been guys in the industry that have been hurting. There's been others that have really prospered, but some that have felt the pain of the marketplace as well.
But it's great that you're able to improvise, adapt, overcome.
Yep.
Mask up, glove up, just get through, get her done.
That's it.
That's the way to do it. That's the only way we're going to beat this.
That's for sure. That's for sure. And you probably brought in the new year like everybody else, pretty quietly, and
just hiding in my basement and relaxing as much as humanly possible in a good old fashioned Canadian way of
I know, it's
rum
crazy.
and Coke and relaxing.
Yes, exactly.
Just we did a lot of Zoom and a lot of Skype and a lot of as much as we could with family, as much as we could with social distancing, and it is what it is, and next year we'll just have to make up for it, or I should say this year.
Yeah,
we have to make up for it.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Absolutely. Hopefully we'll get something with the vaccine going here, and we'll get our lives back to somewhat of a normal situation. Hopefully that happens sooner than later, but who knows how it's going to play out.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm confident with the new vaccine rollout and the way things are being handled. I'm confident that we'll have our stumbling blocks, but by this time next year we should, this time next year we should be all fine. We should be celebrating a good New Year, hopefully. And until then, we'll just have to roll with it and continue to improvise and adapt and overcome and get through all the problems with innovation as much as humanly possible. So here's hoping.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to stay as positive as possible.
Yeah, that's half the battle for sure, is keeping your head up and your wits about you for sure, without too much dependency on alcohol.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm sure as a fellow entrepreneur, you've probably been as busy as I have trying to get all this, keep things going and keep things flowing, and you barely get a chance to rest. And especially with this,
for sure.
With this podcast endeavor, it seems like you're extremely busy, and it's great. It's great to see.
Yeah, we've had some great guests, and I mean, all of the guests have been awesome. But we've had some some great response. We reach out to people. Yeah, we never really have a problem getting a guest, and it's great. People want to come on the show, and we've got a small audience, but nonetheless, it's seems to be a loyal one, and this is our first Facebook Live, so it should be interesting to see how it plays out.
Well, let's see if we can grow the brand.
Yeah, sure. Now, you've got something special lined up for us.
I do, and I figured we'd end this on a high note, and wish you and all the viewers a happy New Year, and do this the traditional Highland way.
Awesome. Very good. You guys are going to love this. That's awesome. What a great way to welcome in the new year. Ryan Pagnacco, you're a man of many talents.
Thank you very much, and thanks again for having me on here.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot. Is there anything that you want to tell our audience before we finish the show, how we find you and how they can get a hold of you?
Sure. You can find us at enableinnovation.ca, and you can contact us through the website or at info@enableinnovation.ca. And remember,
Awesome.
just stay safe, wash your hands, and try not to cough in each other's faces.
Awesome. Thanks very much, Ryan.
Thank
Happy
you.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Okay, we'll talk to you later.
Yep.